Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yes. So first of all, I have to thank everybody for tuning in today. Thank you so much for getting me up to over 800 subscribers. I see y'all out there, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And when I say I appreciate you all, I need you to understand why. I need you to know there are people in my life, family, friends, who don't support what I do, who don't contact me and say great job, who don't leave comments. But guess what? You do. And for that very reason, I am forever grateful for you watching, subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. I read your comments, so you know if you're trying to get in touch with me. Oh yeah, I got my hair done, y'all ain't know. I got my hair done. Email me at tianiki@gmail.com. Of the dots of the comms. All right, so let's get into it. I hope you're having a fabulous Friday. Welcome to the weekend. So this week, and I am sitting in front of my computer, guys. You know, I'll be having technical issues. Y'all saw me last week with the cap cut because I'm having program issues. So I'm doing the best I can with what I got. But I tell you what, it ain't going to stop me from bringing y'all this good information, need to know information, and a lot about things that maybe other people don't talk about, right? So, my glasses are clear. Today, I'm ready. So, what Merida did for me and my journey to get here, where I am today, I'm going to share a little bit of that story and also provide some resources and tools to help you all along your journey. So, I will just do the top 3 things that Merida has done for me. First of all, it gave me a lot of relief from the isms of the states, from the isms, you know, the isms, right? Immediately when I landed, my shoulders dropped, and I would definitely say it gave me back vitality and a desire to live. When I've suffered from depression and PTSD. So there was a time when your girl just did not want to be here. And some of you all may be able to empathize or sympathize with that. So with that being said, it is huge to finally be somewhere that's got vitality. Pardon me, the city is alive. There's so many things to do. So I will say that it gave me back my life force, being here in this environment with kind people and healthy food and all of that. It gave me back my sense of self and how I'm connected to everything, you know. The next thing I would say it gave me is work-life balance. So I think a lot in the States, you just work, and then you wait for the weekend. You're okay, it's the weekend, let's go do it, right? But that's only 2 days and you need to rest. So you don't really get to do the things maybe you want to do sometime. And here, I find that I can work in a day, and I don't have to work as hard because I don't have to make as much money to live, not merely survive. And that gives me extra time, energy, and money to do other things, to go other places and things I've never seen. Living in the DMV, I've been to DC, I've seen the monument, I've seen all this. So this place is a brand new adventure, and there's so many places in Mexico to go, you know, Guadalajara, and of course, I've never even been to Cancun. And then these little towns that are very exciting, the Yellow City and things like that. So it's a brand new world with opportunities. And I ain't got to work myself to death. I can work and then have a little bit of fun, work, have a little bit of fun, and it creates this wonderful, harmonious balance of life and work. So I offer that to you. And the third thing I would say is the sisterhood, that I've met some really dynamic women here, dynamic people, men, women, kids, dogs. I told y'all about the dog at the pool. I'm telling you, just really top shelf quality people. So those are my top 3. And that's what I've experienced here. And matter of fact, I know that I wouldn't be able to experience it anywhere in the States. I won't say anywhere else in the world, because I'm sure there are other places where I can go, and see some different things or meet some different people, of course. So whether it be here in Merida or wherever you go, I think these things are great to have. The biggest thing is that burden up off your shoulder. You don't have to watch your back. You feel secure. You feel safe. You can walk without being harassed, things like that, without being approached in a negative way. The people here are exceptionally nice. I will also say that the road here is a bit narrow. So if you haven't dealt with maybe some things that are going on in your life, which I talked about in the isolation video. So if you did not get a chance to see that, please go back and see it. It's a good video. So if you are dealing with some of those things, I always offer to you to clear them up, to seek counseling, or to use some resources and tools to kind of help you elevate your energy, your vibration. Because Merida, this is a very, like I said before, sacred type of place. So the energy is high here, and you will be yielded and you will be inspired to reach a little higher. And if you can't, then you might have to find somewhere else where the vibration is different, right? So now we're going to get into the journey to get here. It's real simple for what Merida did for me, and it's the simple things in life. We always talk about Merida being a place of simplicity. It's a minimalism. And that's what it is, even on a mental level. It's not the hustle and the bustle. So if that's something you need, busy, move into an area in Merida like Central, where it's active all the time and you want to see the people. And I like that about this particular part of Mexico, that there is something in each colonial or in each part of the city for everybody. If you want peace and quiet, and all you want to hear is the animals, they got that. But if you want all night kind of activity where the OXXO is open 24 hours and, it's still people kind of moving around, you can get that too. Now, where I live, it's extremely busy in the daytime. Extremely busy in the daytime. It's very loud in Mexico. But at night, it gets very quiet. The buses stop. The traffic ceases. These people rest. They party, they work, they rest. And I think that's a good damn recipe for life, for real. So let's get into the journey to get here and what I used to kind of for enlightenment and kind of to lift my vibration so that I could see my way clearly to my target or my destination. All right, y'all. So let's get into the journey to get here. So resources and tools for enlightenment, maybe even transcend yourself, which is ego. So, I'm big on meditation, affirmation. Check out YouTube Doxy Meditation. I listen to Doxy almost every night. They have a 30-night challenge. You play it while you sleep. And it gets into the subconscious, and it rewires the way that you think in a more positive, productive, and confident. It gives you confidence. You wake up feeling better the next day because the rewiring starts. So Doxy Meditation. Another good one is Honest Guys. They have meditation and affirmations. And phenomenal wake-up affirmations that make you feel like you need to go out and just conquer the world, honey. So check them out. Also, the third one is Dr. David Snyder. All of these three are on YouTube. David Snyder, he's a hypnotherapist. He does a lot of inside information on his craft. So check those out, see if you like it. And let me say this, pardon me, everything ain't for everybody. I'm just saying, I understand people have belief systems and things that they just may not practice, and I respect that. So this may not be for you. But for other people who maybe want to look into alternative ways to stop pathology or repeat patterns of negative thought, these are the things that I use to help me manage it and to rid it in most cases. So great philosophers, thinkers, spiritual teachers, and guides. Great philosophers, thinkers, spiritual teachers, and guides. First, we have Dolores Cannon. Some of you may be familiar with her. Those who are not, please research her. She talks about past life regression and new life, new world type things. The people that I am naming are a bit esoteric when it comes to their knowledge. So we'll move on to Neville Goddard, who is old school esoteric teacher, and he definitely has some deep information and spiritual guidance, inner guidance that he shares on YouTube as well. Michael Singer, in his book, The Untethered Soul. I love The Untethered Soul. Ooh, that is a good book. They also have the audio version on YouTube. I listened to the audio version along with the book, so I own the book as well. And Alan Watts, who I can't even explain. You just have to go look up Alan Watts and look at him from back in the day and through progression throughout his life and just listen to him talk. And I listened to all four of these spiritual thinkers or guides or esoteric knowledge bearers for a long period of time. And it really helped to expand my understanding of life, the underbelly, and the things that we all have in common, and also reaching beyond my ego. So that's what I use. Okay, bodywork. Get into the bodywork. So we all know, and these are things that some of you all may be practicing or know of, and I'm just repeating the things that I've seen other people do, things I've used in my life, and things I want to do. So yoga is very good. I've seen there are some yoga instructors here in Merida, so I suggest that along with Reiki. Reiki is another practice. I know a young lady that does Reiki and massage therapy. That's another one. Also, of course, diet, especially in Merida. I talked to a consult actually tonight. Shout out to them, and she talked about her diet here and being able to actually eat healthy vegan food. So the fruits and the vegetables are essential to especially our metabolism as melanated beings. And then, of course, the daily exercise and the body movement. I stay gone a lot, and it's helping. My thing is the food is good. However, the body movement, I see people out walking and things like that. And the dancing, y'all know the first night I got here, I was dancing, right? And walking. A lot of people walk here, which my consult mentioned too. And especially if you move into a neighborhood where there's local stuff, boom, you don't need the Didi, you don't need the Uber, you can walk. Except in the summer, in those tacky hot months, watch yourself. Okay, umbrellas, a towel, and water when you walk in the warm temperatures here. Okay, metaphysical outlets. Retreats and healing ceremonies. So you all know I mentioned in my last video that I attended a psilocybin retreat and healing ceremony, and I will talk in the future about that, about my experience. So I highly recommend it, though. I can't express it enough. I highly recommend it. I want to send a shout out also to Nicole. I talked about her. She went ahead and had her experience. She's sharing it on her channel, so check her out as well. The link to her channel is in the description. Also, the audio affirmations. I have found that it's best practice to record yourself saying that I am worthy, or I am strong, or I am successful, or I am a millionaire, or whatever that affirmation is in your own voice. That's a very powerful tool that you can use, and it will also expand your awareness of yourself and the power you have to change those things that you really want to. So I suggest to think outside of the box type of interest, just for mental agility, which will help you to, make that move to the next level in your life, moving abroad or whatever it is you intend to do. So 3 great books that I read that I think are phenomenal, that I suggest for reading as well, just to open you up. The Alchemist, such a good book. Woo woo for the people who read it. By Paulo Coelho. The Alchemist, excellent. I just mentioned this before, The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. Absolutely phenomenal book. And this book is an old book. It came out in the 80s. Life 101, Everything We Wish We Had Learned About Life in School But Didn't, by Peter Williams. By Peter Williams, Life 101. It changed my life. I was like, this is crazy. And it's hard to describe, and I haven't read it in years, but I've never forgotten that book, and I should go back and refresh because it's a great book. It's an awesome book. So read those 3: The Alchemist, The Untethered Soul, and Life 101, Everything We Wish We Had Learned About Life in School But Didn't. And I will put all of this information in the description. Okay, metaphysical interests and practices. Once again, I'm respecting people's belief systems, so if this is not for you, it's not for you. This is for my other folks who want to try something new, and here we go. So, astrological research, and that includes getting your natal chart and analysis of your natal chart done. A lot of people here do that, and I love it because I know astrology. I use astrology. I've been since I was a kid. It's just something that's part of my life, and I find it very useful. And so I know my big 3. Everybody should know their big 3. Who's the big 3? The big 3 are your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising or ascendant sign. So when you get your chart done, make sure you know those 3 and just kind of meddle around in there if you have some interest. It's not taboo. These are tools that the universe gave us to use us on our journey, and you will be surprised at how much these tools really, these charts and all of these things really reveal about who we are, our inner workings. And once you know how to work you know when to do things and not, and when the sun is this and what's that's that. And if anything, you just know your big 3 and you can talk about it and just know something new. Because, I'm about expanding knowledge. Now, we're not going to repeat the same pattern. The thing is to break the pattern, to interrupt the pathology. Ayala Van Zyl talks about this, right? Interrupting the pattern and the pathology. And I completely concur. And I understand what she's saying. And that's what set me free. And I have taken her course. Her course is like $300-something. My course ain't $300-something, y'all. It ain't. So maybe one day it will be. Hey, but anyway, while it ain't, take it. And it helped me, and I have a lot of that knowledge interwoven into my courses because that's what she taught me. That's what I applied to my life. I just applied it from my perspective, how I use the information for me. So the next thing is the chakra system. Understanding the chakra system, what it means, how it works in your body, when it's closed, when it's open, and what that means. So I would say that's probably another huge one when it comes to the third one, which is human design chart, because they're all tied in. The human design chart is part chakra, astrology. It has different components to it. So I'm not a human design teacher, although I wish I knew more about it. It's a little bit more complex to me than the astrology, but astrology is because I know it, right? So the human design, so get a human design chart And you'll be able to understand the basics. And a shout out to Sakina, who hooked me up with the human design chart. So maybe I can get her to do a video with me, and we can go over a human design chart and what that looks like. If you're interested in it, put it in the comments section. We'll make it happen, Captain. So another thing that helped me too was journaling. So I suggest journaling and writing down what's happening today so you can see how far you come and give yourself some credit. You feel me? Give yourself some credit for all the things that you have done and all the battles you have won, and you still going after all of that. So the journaling helps you to reflect, but it also helps you to stay in the moment by seeing exactly how far you come, where you are, and where you want to go. Also, joining a spiritual sister or brotherhood community of your liking. And you guys know I got a video coming on the sisterhood, which is strong here. So the brotherhood, I don't know, I'm not a brother, but it's brothers here and there's more brothers coming. So they got a brotherhood going. If you go back and look at a video, I'll put a link in the description of the men's group that they have, and they do their thing. Hennessy's restaurant or Irish pub in Central shows the football game that Dallas was playing when we went there the other night. So the fellas are still able to enjoy some of those creature comforts that they have from the States right here in Merida. Okay, so so the journaling and also the community. So that is it for today, kiddios and kiddettes. It's a short one today. I want to give a shout out my hair child. She laid it out. My hair is looking good, to Nichelle. She hooked me up, guys. She retwisted my locks. She gave me an updo. She helped me a lot. So if you guys are here in Merida and you need some lock love, email me at dearnikiinmerida@gmail.com, and I will shoot you her information. You can make an appointment with her and she will hook you up. So the video for the trip to the Merida English Library is still in editing right now because it's a lot. We looked at 3 different houses. So I got all of that coming for you guys. I took a video of all the rooms and the beautiful atriums and all of that. Actually, the stairs in the community tab on YouTube, I did a post with the staircase that was in one of those houses. It was like that, okay? And I learned some things also about these houses, how a lot of people been buying them for a long time and renting them out, and and doing Airbnbs and things like this. And the tour guide explained a lot of that history when we went. So it's common knowledge. And he got really into the history of the colonization in that area in Central. I highly suggest you take the tour. If you come for a visit and you're looking for something to do, baby, take the tour. Take the tour. Definitely. It's on Wednesdays, and you have to get there pretty early because you'll start off there and then do a walking tour to these different homes. Okay, so that's coming. It's in editing. And then also on the next Heart to Heart. And I want to thank y'all for viewing the last one about the isolation, because that thing is real. And we do not talk about mental health in the Black community enough. We do not. We skirt it. We don't want to talk about it. And I understand it's heavy. But there is a way to talk about it in a productive way, and in a way that will help us to at least deal with some of our inner conflict or some of the things that are holding us back from achieving the goals that we want to. Because I got news for you. You can be scared and still do it. You can. Child, you can be scared and be like, and just keep and then when you get to the other side, you be like, this wasn't even as bad as I thought it was gonna be. This wasn't even hard as I thought it was gonna be. Y'all know it always be like that. You make it up in your mind to be so much, and oh my God, and this and that, and then one of two things happen. You get on the other side and find that it's not, or you speak it into existence, right? You manifest it and talk about it or worry about it so much that you bring it into being, right? So be easy, go and let it flow, and everything gonna be all right. So we're gonna get into the next heart to heart. We're gonna get into trauma bonding and trauma dumping. Two really big ones, right? Trauma bonding, a lot of people are together, just stuck together, and the glue is the trauma. If one of them heal, it falls apart, right? Misery loves company. Same analogy, right? So we're going to get into that. And the trauma dumping. There are a lot of people here that are still in the states in their minds. They're not even enjoying the sunshine, the fruit, the air, the people, all the things that I talk about, because their mental is still thinking about the job they had. They're still thinking about the relationship they had back there. That's over with. It's gone. It's gone. They didn't left it. But did they really leave it? Or did it? They left it, but it didn't leave them. Huh? Yeah, maybe. So we're going to get into a little bit of that, because there is some trauma bonding and some trauma dumping heavy here, because people are coming out of heavy time. And I'm not saying anything's wrong with it. I'm just saying that's what's going on. And we're going to talk about how to deal with that, how to acknowledge it, to be aware of it, and to know it when we see it, and to how to handle that. Because like me as a person in a good place is doing videos about healing, and I got courses on how to deal with issues and mental renovation and all of these things, because that's what I'm about. My moon is in Virgo, so I'm about that healing trauma. Let's fix it. Like, we ain't gonna sit in pathology. We ain't gonna sit in this pattern. You are not it. If it's depression, you're not depression. You're experiencing depression. If you have anxiety, you're experiencing. You are not. When you look at anxiety, it don't say you. It's an energy unto itself, but it's something that you're experiencing. So just like you can experience it, you can unexperience it. You can learn how. What the opposite of that is, right? The opposite of frustration is satisfaction. So let's reach for the satisfaction instead of the frustration. So if I encounter something that I'm frustrated about, my mind should automatically shift to, what can I do to make this a satisfactory situation for me and everybody else included, but if not everybody else, me. Because sometimes you got to go there too, right? So anyway, we will get into that on the next Heart to Heart. But also coming, like I said, is that Merida English Library trip. Child, them houses was beautiful. I got them coming to you. So it's Friday. Y'all have a good weekend. I'm going out with the girls. Hey, y'all. We're going to have a good time. I got a lot of stuff coming for y'all because I'm learning so much. And I think the key to living a fruitful life in Merida is to be open. Just be open to the possibilities, and you're gonna have to let go of one life to get another one. You gotta let go of the old to get the new. My grandmother used to tell me, don't walk around with your hands like this, because you can't get nothing. Can't nothing get in there. And then you also releasing the old, and then your hand gets some blood circulation. So open your hand, open your mind, open your heart. Give Merida or anywhere that you're looking to travel to a chance, and do the research. Invest in yourself. Take the course. Thank you for the consultations. Book one. Got a couple of more coming up. You guys have really been reaching out, and it makes me go. It makes me do these videos because I understand where you are. For the ones that are apprehensive, I'm still here. And call me when you want to talk about it, whether it be Merida or whether it be about your fear about coming to Merida. Let's talk about it. So I'm out of here, y'all. Y'all have a good weekend, and I'll see y'all next week. So till next time, peace.